Well, like we had already battled once. I think only one time. Yeah, and I was at Spin the Mic in New York, and I won that battle, but I probably shouldn't have won that battle. That was freestyle. It was like you spin a mic, whoever it lands on, you got to battle them. I spun the mic, boom, and landed on the source. So like there was always that, and I think it was referenced also in the battle too. Like the source saying what it or like worst decision ever. I think he said, but so going into our actual battle with Grind Time, it was I think highly anticipated for my like the minor reason being for that we had already battled, but mostly because people knew us as a team. It was like, oh, you got Stockton and Malone playing one on. I don't know if that's the best reference, but yeah. So really though, the feeling in the air about the Bay, especially like I feel like for our battle was like it was crazy. It was like electric. Like it was really anticipated and. There was just a real crazy vibe in the room, man, and there was a lot of hype that surrounded it, and I think it lived up to it, and people were just like, I think like two people's heads actually exploded in the crowd, like, but, RIP, it was a dope one. Basically, like after Grizzlemania, after Grizzlemania, after I battled Hollow and Conceited at the same event, mistake. We were like at Cap Callis's crib and we were just all smoking, chilling. It's like the whole Fresh Coast, like me, Lush, Cap Callis, Awkwards, Disaster, Thesaurus, chilling. And Lush is like, oh, you guys gotta battle. What's it gonna take for you guys to battle? And we're like, we ain't trying to battle each other, man. Like, period, we're not doing it, And he's like, nah, you guys gotta battle. And I think we like said, set a price at that time, like, all right, because then I think battles were still being judged, and a lot of times at that time only the winner got paid and stuff. So I remember us being like, all right, the only way we would ever battle, we just kind of set something ridiculous at the time, like is if the winner got 2.5 and the loser got 15. We don't have any reason to battle. We don't want to battle, And then we got a call, a month or two later, like, well, hey, we got this. What's up? You guys gonna set it up? I hit up the Saurus. He was like, let's do it. I was like, all right, let's do it. And that was pretty much the only time we talked before the battle, like leading up to it. He said a lot of good ones, man. That he's too short to drive a car, so he just sticks to riding coattails. Is hella funny. That's the first one that popped into my head. The one where he said something and just consider us even for me cleaning up the mess you made or something, because that just plays on the dynamic we had in the World Rap Championships. Like he was like more consistently hitting in the World Rap Championships, and some would argue even carried the team at certain points or whatever. So I think like those more, he had a lot of funny stuff like the hold on, Greg, let me unstrap your car seat. You know what I mean? Like, so there was a lot of good ones. I think those first two, though, at the time, I was like, oh, it was like little jabs, like, oh, okay, I'll take that, though, So that's something I would say for him. For me, it's probably like in my overtime round, in the whole like, we can persevere, and that was me shit. Probably that's like what people most hit me up about. After the battle, they're like, are y'all still cool, man? Like, I'm like, yeah, that's my boy, man. So I think those on both sides would probably be the kind of hardest hitting. I think we said what we had to say. Like we know what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard. Like I wanted to call him a couple times, like, all right, what are we doing? Are we, but really I was just like, I'd rather apologize after than regret not going hard, and that's kind of how I felt at the time. But It ain't nothing, man. Like boxers step in the ring and beat the shit out of each other and then hug it out after, you know, because it's all for the love of the sport. So that's all. We both understand that, and that's all it was going in, coming out of mine and Thesaurus's battle. And the thing about battle rap too is like, it's like politics and shit in the way that like it's really just about controlling the narrative. You know what I mean? Like me. Like I could say something about you in this certain, like do a setup and set up the context in a way that like, that makes you look bad. But you could just say what actually is, like using the same facts, you know what I mean? And it's just, and it would be a totally different feel, or so it's just really subjective, and it's really just about controlling the narrative, you know what I mean? So it really ain't all that serious. Like while I had lines that was like, that was me, he had lines that he gave me, like that's what a team is, you know what I mean? And so that's what I would have said in reverse. Like that's a team. Like, oh, that was me. so that's a team, you know. And that's how we both felt. Like, but it just was advantageous in the scope of the battle to make it like that was me. You know what I mean?